Hello and welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman. Today we're doing another finger power. We're learning the A major and minor pentascale. So let's come over to the piano and get started. Let's figure out the A major and minor pentascale. First, will you help me find some A's? On your screen there are 3 different A's. Can you point to 2 of them? If you're pointing here, here, or here, you're correct. So A will be Do today. Let's put 5 of these blue circles down on Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So. Now to make it major, you'll recall that Mi and Fa have to be just a half step apart. Currently, are Mi and Fa a half step apart? If you said no, you're correct, because there's a black key in between them. So to make this major, we'll need to move C to C sharp. Now, will you help me name these notes? Let's say the letter names. Go. A, B, C sharp, D, E. Now let's go back down. E, D, C sharp, B, A. Good. Can you try naming them by yourself once? Go. Now come back down, starting on E. Ready, go. Great job. Okay, now what if we wanted to make this minor? To make a major pentascale minor, you only move the 3rd note down a half step. Now this would be A minor. And the half step in minor is between the 2nd and 3rd note, which we call Re and Me. Recall that when Mi goes down a half step, we call it Me now. So we have Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So. And that minor has that more sad, lonely, or creepy sound. Let's try stepping and skipping in A major with just the right hand first. Get the right hand ready, and let's try it together at the same time. Say the words with me while we play. Ready, go. Stepping up and stepping down and skipping up and down. Then we end with a chord. Good. Now, before we try the left hand, let's review a few things about piano posture. I want you to notice how the fingers always stay curved and resting on the keys as you play. Watch my fingers once as I do that. As you play, are your fingers flying up in the air? If so, try it again and see if you can get them to always rest on the keys as you play. Also, let's talk about your pinky. Are you playing with a flat pinky? Are you letting the key touch along its entire surface, or only near the tip of the pinky? This is correct. This is wrong. You don't want to play with a flat pinky because it collapses your whole hand and brings you out of position. Also, it's nice to let the wrist bounce a little bit as you play. That keeps the wrist relaxed and allows gravity and the weight of your arm to help each note go down. Good. Keeping all of those things in mind, press pause and try the right hand once again, making sure you have great piano posture. Press play again when you're ready to try the left hand. Okay, now let's also take the left hand once in A major. The left hand should have the same great piano posture that the right hand has, with nice curved fingers, playing on the tip of the pinky, and letting the wrist bounce a little on each note. Starting on Do, let's say the words as we play. Ready, go. Stepping up and stepping down and skipping up and down. Play a chord. Good. Now press pause and try it one more time with really excellent piano posture. Press play again when you're ready to go on. Now, let's add a little bit of extra challenge for fun. Now that you've been doing stepping and skipping for a while, let's put on an extra couple of chords at the end. So far, we've been ending with a 1 chord, but I'd like to end with a little chord progression. A chord progression is a sequence of more than 1 chord. So we're going to end with a 1 chord, then a 5/7 chord, and then a 1 chord. So let's briefly review how to find the 5/7 chord. First, I'm going to show the 3 notes of the 1 chord. A 1 chord is made up of do, mi, and so, which is the first, third, and fifth note of the scale. To find the 5/7 chord, this note goes up a half step. So mi moves up to fa, and do goes down to ti, and ti is a half step below do. And this gives us our 5/7 chord. So once again, we have do, mi, so, and then do moves down to ti, mi moves up to fa. Now we have ti, fa, so, or the 5/7 chord. And that in the left hand is played with finger 1, 2, and 5. In the right hand, it's played with fingers 1, 4, and 5. In order for the thumb to reach that black key, remember to slide your hand this way, closer to the piano. So now when we get to the end of the stepping and skipping pattern, I'd like to go 1 chord, 5/7 chord, and then 1 chord. So the whole thing will sound like this. 1 chord, 5/7, 1. Now press pause and practice that on your own. Press play again when you're ready to try it in A minor. Okay, for A minor, remember all we need to do is move the finger 3 on C sharp down to C natural. And now we're in A minor. And for minor, just for fun, let's do it in staccato. Recall that staccato is a quick sound that we make by lifting the wrist as we play. Keep your fingers close to the keys for staccato and just lift the wrist. And we'll do it a little bit more slowly this time, like we're creeping along for Halloween. Ready, go. Stepping up and stepping down and skipping up and down. Now we play a 1 chord, then a 5/7 chord, then a 1 chord. And we can make this chord staccato also. Watch that again. 1 chord, 5/7 chord, 1 chord. Now the 5/7 chord for A minor is the same as the 5/7 chord for A major. And so you already know how to do that. Great job working on the A major and minor pentascale today. I'd like you to be practicing finger power every day before you play the other songs you're working on. When you do finger power, always make sure you have excellent piano posture, not sitting too close to the keys, nice tall back, curved fingers, and a relaxed wrist and hand. For an extra challenge, what you can do is do our old hand over hand exercise for the pentascales. You can do A major, hand over hand, 5-finger scale, arpeggio, chords. Also for an extra challenge, you can try doing contrary motion on the stepping and skipping. So there's lots of ways to do finger power. Try to spend about 5 minutes every day doing old finger power exercises in all the different positions that you know. Now you know C, D, E, F, G, and A major and minor. So have lots of fun practicing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay, I'll pretend to be Mr. Hoffman and you be the student. Okay. All right, play the A minor pentascale. Okay. A, B, C, D, E. Good job. Thanks. Now try the A major pentascale. Oh, A major, okay. A, B, C, C, What is it? Be careful. That note is sharp.